Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nakron. Okay, just want to share with you some of the top stories that we're following right now, starting with this fire at a house that is under investigation right now. So what we've learned is that it involves a home in northwest Atlanta and really a complete loss after this fire. Earlier this morning, you can see our video capturing the flames tearing through that home, that thick black smoke billowing into the sky, and really a devastating situation for the folks who live there. Atlanta News First chopper obviously flying over the scene, capturing these images. This was around 8 o'clock this morning. And this is at the 600 block of Jet Street Northwest at the intersection of Sunset Avenue. So a portion of Jet Street and Sunset Avenue have been closed as fire crews continue, not only ensuring that the flames are completely out, battling the hot spots and so forth, but investigators are also looking into the cause of all this. We're going to keep following the latest developments on this story here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Also, we've been following the latest on the arson investigation at the site of the future Atlanta Public Safety Training Center, what critics call Cop City. So I do want to let you know that we are expecting an update to the ongoing arson investigations related to this site. Officials are holding a press conference at 10:30 this morning, in a very short time from now, which we're going to bring you live here on Atlanta News First Plus. We will be streaming that start to finish. And just to, kind of refresh everyone, this comes after several authorities have offered a $200,000 reward for any information that leads to the identification, arrest, and conviction of arson suspects believed to be protesting the training center. Of course, very controversial, this training center. Critics have been protesting for months and months and months. And in fact, there are dozens of individuals, more than 61 defendants who are currently charged related to the protests, and we've been covering that as well. But for alleged wrongdoing, a range of charges from vandalism to domestic terrorism. So there's a lot to unpack here. But again, the press conference at 10:30 this morning, an update on the arson investigation. So we're going to bring you the latest. Okay, I also want to talk to you a little bit about a story that has been developing as well out of the world's busiest airport, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. So we've learned that an employee at the airport at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport has now been fired following a fight. This is according to police. So here's what we've learned now. This woman was working at a coffee shop, allegedly got into some sort of heated argument over espresso shots. This is at Harvest and Grounds by Gate D9. This is according to the incident report. At least 2 store managers had to jump in and hold this woman back from attacking another woman, according to the incident report. She reportedly picked up a chair to throw it at one point. One of the managers snatched it out of her hands. Again, this is all according to the police incident report. And so this employee has now been fired. Right now, we're working to find information on whether there are going to be any charges arising out of this, who this woman is as well. But that's the latest there. In case you may have seen some of the video that's gone viral. We're working to confirm that before we share that with you. But just want to let you know that we are following this story of a woman accused of getting into a fight at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport and then getting fired after that. We're going to keep following that. Okay, let's talk about this cold weather. Top of mind for most of us, really not just in our area, but around the country at this point. But this weather that we've been talking about is keeping some kids here in our area at home for a second straight day. A lot of places around Georgia. So want to let you know that Whitfield County schools have canceled classes. If you're a parent that has kids there, you probably know, but maybe this impacts you in some way. Maybe you're babysitter come in for part of the day after school and so forth. But just want to let you know, Whitfield County schools have been canceled. Bartow, Calhoun City, Clark, Cartersville City, Decatur City, Fannin, Floyd, Gordon, Rome City, and Union County schools are all on a 2-hour delay. Clayton County schools are virtual today. However, I do want to let you know, despite the cold, many Metro Atlanta school children are back in class this morning. And Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm is in DeKalb County, where it's really back to business as usual despite those frigid temps.
I'm at Kingsley Elementary in Dunwoody. Students are inside right now, all bundled up and thankful that the heating system is working today. Of course, some children stepped outside in this bitter cold today wondering, why do we have to go to school today when it's colder than yesterday? Well, early yesterday we had that rain, and a lot of school districts didn't want to take the chance of having parents and school bus drivers possibly driving on ice. Of course, a lot of parents remember that ice storm 10 years ago that left many thousands of Georgians stuck in their cars for hours. I was talking with a woman and her daughter this morning. The little girl had a very wise choice of clothing today.
I normally don't wear. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt on top.
You have 3 layers on. You're a smart girl.
Thank you.
We tagged along behind a school bus this morning. That driver made 10 stops and only 1 child hopped on the bus. We're thinking maybe a lot of parents decided to drive their children today instead of having them stand outside and wait for the bus. In DeKalb County, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
Very chilly weather out there, and here's just a look at the current temperatures right now. I know meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi is making her way out here, and she's going to break down this forecast for you because we're dealing with multiple first alerts. This is part of the frigid temperature pattern that we are going to be experiencing, but sounds like even this weekend is not going to be too pleasant. So here is meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi. Oh my goodness, I see some
lots of cold.
Yes, a lot of cold.
Yes, it has taken over the country, really. It's crazy when Cheyenne and Denver are warmer than we are here in Atlanta. Isn't that something? We're actually as cold as Billings, Montana right now. So these temperatures, of course, that you're looking at, active and current just past 10 o'clock here. But yeah, the cold air is impacting not only us here in Georgia, so we are not alone in this struggle that is known as winter here in Georgia. This is not typical for us, of course. This is a little bit of an anomaly, but very cold air settling in across the country and here in Atlanta. Look at Nashville at 8 degrees right now. Yikes. Fargo at -2. But again, I wanted to show you this graphic just to let you know that we are currently colder than Denver, Colorado, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and just as cold as Billings, Montana. Let that sink in, everybody. But thankfully, we will start to warm up slightly, not only as we head into tomorrow, but more so as we head into next week. So this isn't going to be a prolonged period of cold for us. We do have some good news that is I guess, on the horizon. So we'll talk about it. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi. I do want to let you know that our First Alert for today has come to an end because our wind chill advisory has also come to an end. So our wind chill's not necessarily dangerously cold anymore, but it is still going to feel more like the teens as we make our way through the next several hours. So we're going to talk about everything you need to know, but thankfully we are not dealing with wind chills any longer that are in the 0 degree range or in the negatives. That was out there this morning. That is going to be a thing of the past now as that the sun is up, and it's going to work pretty hard for us today, going from the teens into the 30s this afternoon. But again, that wind dying down slightly through the day. The wind chill won't be quite as much of a factor. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. Lots of sunshine. It's going to be a really nice-looking day, but not going to feel quite so nice. It's going to be quite cold. We'll be near 30, so we'll stay below freezing through about lunchtime. And then temperatures today will top out in the mid to upper 30s. And as we make our way into the evening with mostly clear skies, at least for the first half of the night, clouds will gradually build overnight. Temperatures will drop pretty quickly, and we will look ahead to another cold evening tomorrow. We'll talk about that here. Just wanted to give you a look at this. The wind chill going to stay in the teens to low 20s through about noon, and then it will only feel really like the low 30s today. So overall a cold day, but again, not in wind chill advisory criteria where we were feeling more like the negative numbers to about 5 degrees this morning. That won't be the case. So not necessarily going to be in dangerously cold territory, but still definitely needing all the layers as you make your way through your Wednesday. You'll need the hat, the gloves, the scarf, the thicker coat, all a good idea as you are thinking about planning the rest of your day. Overnight tonight, again, a very cold evening tonight. Skies will stay clear for a good portion of the evening, so that'll allow temperatures to drop very quickly. We'll wake up in the teens to low 20s tomorrow. Wind chill not necessarily going to be a huge factor tomorrow morning, but still very cold. You'll want to, of course, keep dripping your pipes, covering your plants, make sure your pets are all taken care of, all things to just continue to keep in the back of your mind and really at the forefront, I should say, because you're going to need to do all those things even tonight with temperatures dropping well below freezing into the teens and low 20s overnight. Tomorrow, a warmer afternoon, a few showers late. We'll have a 20% coverage of rain, primarily after about 5 o'clock, and the showers will continue overnight. Temperatures tomorrow in the upper 40s. That's going to be the warmest day between now and the weekend. So enjoy it. Upper 40s will probably feel pretty pleasant after today with that south wind at 7. So that's going to help pull in some of that slightly warmer air for us tomorrow. But again, a few showers will be possible late. It's all going to be along another cold front that, yes, will bring in more Arctic air, another round of it over the weekend. So we do have more first alerts for the weekend to give you that heads up that it is going to also be dangerously cold as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that in full detail. First, want to get through the rain chance for tomorrow. Here's a look at 5:30. So as you're making your way home from work tomorrow, temperatures low to mid 40s. That chance for a few showers in far north Georgia, maybe as far south as Floyd and Chattooga County, into maybe Haralson and Polk County, and of course up in LJ, Blairsville, the potential for some light showers. Now we could get a little bit of a wintry mix, so maybe some sleet pellets mixed in. I'm not expecting any icing on the roads, maybe on some higher bridges and overpasses up in the far north Georgia mountains and the higher elevations, but for the most part just falling as rain. Here's Thursday at 10, just spotty light showers rolling in, maybe some more steady rain up in the higher elevations of the mountains. Could experience some slightly heavier rain, but for the most part just light showers will roll through overnight Friday. Take a look at the temperatures. That's important. Mid to upper 30s to low 40s, so nothing freezing, not worrying about ice on the roads. And even as all that clears out, temperatures are still going to be above freezing. So again, not really going to worry about any ice. The wind is also going to pick up, so that'll help evaporate any of the water that's going to be on the road. We'll still monitor this really carefully for you, especially higher bridges, overpasses, less traveled areas. We could potentially see at least a little bit of slick spots, but that's not a major concern for us as we head into Friday. Again, the rain's going to be out before the temperatures really drop. And even at that, temperatures don't go below freezing really anywhere except the mountains. So we'll keep an eye particularly on the mountains up towards Blairsville, LJ. Again, higher bridges and overpasses for maybe a few slick spots. Otherwise, we're going to wake up Friday. A lot of us in the mid to upper 30s, 40s south of the city. Look at Eatonton at 45, Griffin at 41 Friday morning. And then temperatures will cool through the day. So at this point at 10 o'clock, temperatures are usually warming up. Well, they're actually starting to cool down. We'll be near freezing, maybe a couple of flurries possible in the mountains. That is a possibility up in the Helen, LJ, Blairsville area on Friday morning. But again, temperatures cooling through the morning, and then we'll just stay in the 30s pretty much all day Friday. And with the wind, it's going to feel colder. The wind will really pick up Friday into Saturday. We do have a first alert on Saturday. Look at that. That number is not wrong. We did not put a 2 in front of there on accident. It is 29 for a high temperature. We're starting in the teens. It could very well feel like the negative digits on Saturday morning. So feeling below 0 Saturday. That is very much a possibility. So keep those pipes dripping. I know it's not always fun because it's going to make your water bill go up a little bit, but it will save you a lot more than having your pipes burst. So just something to keep in mind. Highs in the 20s on Saturday, but it's going to really feel like the teens to low 20s all day Saturday. A very, very cold day on Saturday. Continue to keep those pipes dripping, winterizing your homes, doing all the things you've been doing the past couple of days, even into Sunday. We'll wake up in the teens. Highs near 40 on Sunday, so a little bit warmer. Now, some good news. Take a look at this. Temperature outlook for next week, 6 to 10 days. So this goes beyond the 7-day, showing a warming trend, above average temperatures. That would be great. Some models hinting that we could be back into the mid 60s next week, which would feel like a summer day compared to what we're dealing with over these next couple. So some warmer air is on the horizon. We just got to get through a very cold week and even colder start to the weekend. Here's a look at your first alert forecast. Again, we're dropping that first alert now that the morning is coming to an end. Our wind chill advisory is coming to an end. Highs today only in the 30s. A few showers possible late tomorrow night into very early Friday, really coming to an end by around 4 a.m. on Friday. So not going to keep a rain chance on Friday because all the rain will be out of the way by the time you're up and at it on Friday. But still a very cold day with temperatures really in the 30s for most of it. 39 for Atlanta. And then if you're north of the city, you'll probably sit in the low 30s for most of the day. Saturday and Sunday, we continue our first alerts for another blast of Arctic air that's going to move into the southeast, waking up in the teens on Saturday. It'll more than likely feel near zero, if not below zero on Saturday morning, and then it will only feel like the teens through the afternoon with highs only in the 20s. Thankfully, we'll see some sunshine on Saturday, but Saturday is just a day you're going to want to sit inside. Keep yourself warm. It's going to be bitterly cold outside. And then as we head into Sunday morning, temperatures in the teens again. Highs near 40 on Sunday. Monday, partly cloudy with highs in the 40s. Another cold start in the 20s. And then finally warming up a good bit on Tuesday with a small rain chance Tuesday. I'll have about a 20% coverage of showers with highs in the mid-50s, which will probably feel great for us. I don't know about you, but I'm looking ahead and looking forward to mid-50s after 20s on Saturday, feeling like the teens. So, and it does look like we'll have at least a couple of chances for showers next week, but at least the temperatures are trending warmer, which if you're like me, that's a wonderful thing. So that's a look at your first alert 7-day forecast, really looking ahead to the weekend now that our very cold wind chills and our wind chill advisory is over for the day today, but nonetheless, still need to bundle up, keep that coat handy because it's going to be a very cold day today and then even colder as we head into the weekend. And our team of First Alert meteorologists will keep you posted on everything that is on the way, especially with the bitterly cold weekend. If anything changes, we'll let you know. I'm sure we'll get more wind chill advisories, very much like we had this morning as we head into the weekend. So have our First Alert weather app handy. You'll get the notifications as soon as we know. You will know all about it to get you ready for the very cold air that will continue just in time for your weekend to begin. All right, everyone, thanks so much for spending some time with us. Stay warm today. Know that warmer air is on the horizon. This cold is not going to last too much longer, and we'll catch you next time.